Hi, this is Chuck Jolley with Grover's Cattle Network. I'm here with Rob Murphy, Senior Vice President of Informa Economics. They've revealed a study today that they've done on the potential cost impacts of the change in the GIPSA rules. And Rob, I'd like to ask you, just to start, would you highlight the contents of that study?
Sure. The whole gist of the study was to do a cost analysis, and in order to do that, our first step was to take a look at how we thought industry participants would react, and then kind of put a dollar value to that once we had a perception of how they would react. And so just to kind of cut to the punchline, what we found was that we think that there could be as much as about a $1.5 billion decline in gross domestic product as a result of this rule. Employment losses somewhere in the area of 23,000 jobs at its height. Now, it will take a while to build to that level, but we certainly think it's a pretty significant economic impact.
Would you go into some facts a little bit about the difference between the AMI study that was released a couple of weeks ago that showed potential $14 billion loss, the difference between the two studies?
Yeah, there are a couple of differences, and one is, and I think we were answering a little bit of a different question. Their task, as I understand it, was to determine what would be the impact if everything went back to a spot market basis. We didn't make that assumption. Through the process, we came to believe that that's not likely to happen. It's not all going to go back to a spot market basis. But we will still have some contracting, and so there's a big part of the difference between the two. Another aspect is I think that we probably assigned a little less impact in the upstream part, the food service and the retail, than perhaps their models did. So there's a little bit of a modeling difference. There's a little bit of the underlying assumption as to what's going to actually happen different. So that's why our numbers are not directly comparable to theirs.
Okay, there was also some discussion, I think, about the quality of the product that might show up at retail. I think your study suggested that it may fall quite a bit.
Yeah, we think for the beef industry that is the real outcome of concern, is that over time we'll have a reduction in the number of marketing agreements and a reduction in payment of premiums for better quality products, so that eventually producers will stop producing that product, and then the overall quality will decline. And then I'm talking maybe 3 or 4 years down the road, we end up with a situation where demand is starting to decline because our product offering is not what it used to be.
Can you tell me a little bit about the organizations that funded the project? And
well, this project was funded by National Meat Association, and I'll refer any questions to them with respect to the funding behind it. But National Meat Association was the client.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Chuck Jolley, Grover's Cattle Network.